Austin Reeves out there with Connect. And it's Hachimura in at the 3. And looking at tonight's teams, RJ, they have rosters filled with veteran players.
I was on a few teams like this, Kevin, and it's just great for the locker room. Guys are usually willing to accept their roles and understand how to win.
And it's the Warriors to start out. Inside, here's Jackson Davis.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
From 11 feet away, James gets the bucket.
James is so good at disguising his pull-up jumper.
Wiggins outside, trying to find Green. He's got it now. That ball's nice feed that time from Wiggins.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. And that one, good.
Right now, they are humming along. 3 of 4 to start this game.
The greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry. You played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you he was just scratching the surface, he was always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting.
And Green slams it in.
With how much Draymond moves on the offensive end, Green gets a lot of dunk opportunities.
James fires from way outside. A quick shot there, and it's off target. And that one's good. Green's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Los Angeles is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Reeves gets the bucket.
Their offense gets that much better when the D has to pay attention to Reeves outside the arc.
Curry against Reeves. Curry passes to Wiggins. Now Jackson Davis. 5 on the clock. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks. Well, for the Warriors this summer, there was disappointment seeing their longtime trio broken up with the departure of Klay Thompson. But many around the league felt like with the additions they've made, this team is actually upgraded. So, guys, we'll see how they hold up in this crowded Western Conference. Do Steph Curry and Draymond Green have enough?
They'll be challenged for certain. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Puts up a deep 3. The Warriors keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And it's Davis with the ball for Los Angeles. Here's Connect. And the Lakers take on 2 more. Warriors trail by 3. Majemski on the wing. That one rolling around and runs out.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
RJ, last season, LeBron passed 40,000 career points. Do you think we'll ever see someone get even close to that number again?
Probably not, Kevin. Not in my lifetime. You have to understand, you're going to have to score 25 points a game for 20-plus seasons to even have a chance. LeBron, he's 101.
Free throw, no good for LeBron. And, Richard, you've watched LeBron James over the years. His approach never wavers. It never changes.
He is all business all the time, on the court, off the court. The consistency of his focus and mental toughness is unbelievable.
Green finds Curry. Anthony Davis with the rebound.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Oh!
Yes! He in more ways than just one. Braun with a nice little dribble move.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Jackson Davis.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's Davis, and it's slammed in by Davis.
Does anybody else think it's just too easy for AD sometimes? Just an easy board in football.
Warriors trail by 7. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And Richard, talking about Anthony Davis for a second here. When healthy, he's still one of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah, his health has always been a question mark for quite a while, Kevin. But make no mistake, when AD's good to go, he's one of the best players in the world.
Some changes for the Lakers. Reddish, he's checked in for LeBron. Christie comes in for Connect. And it's Russell in for Austin Reeves. Different look here for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Kyle Anderson comes in for Draymond Green. Kuminga's come in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Buddy Hield in for Brandon Pajemski. Lakers leading by 5. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. Talked about a lot of things, including how to try and slow down Steph Curry. He said it's the usual stuff. You can't go under screens. You have to contest without fouling. You have to recognize he will put the ball on the floor and drive if you overplay him. That's a lot to account for, guys.
Thank you, David.
And they don't want to get in the habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Hield, and you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Here's Curry, 8-point game. Pass to Anderson. Over in the corner, Kuminga. 4 on the clock, trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward. Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
In the corner, it's Hield. And then Hield with the dunk.
As a larger guard, Hield can get up with the big boys.
Lakers leading by 6. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Russell. And it's Looney with the rebound.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
The offensive rebound. Here's Curry. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
And yeah, how about this team also following up their shots, getting those offensive boards, also a key for their success.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Kuminga steps in at the 4 with Green sliding up to center. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Waters in at the shooting guard position. And one thing the Lakers are so adept at, Greg, inverting their sets to have different players start the action.
Yeah, it takes a high level of basketball IQ to do that on the fly. Makes defending the Lakers a nightmare. You never know how they'll attack you. And cutting into the lead with a big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. From deep LeBron, they get it back. Davis owning the inside.
I'm going to be honest, like, Anthony Davis could do this all night. Inside the paint, his frame just gives him too much of an advantage.
Waters passes to Wiggins. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. And Davis sends it back. Ignoring the contact, Anthony Davis.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Timeout called the Warriors. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
Yeah, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
It's the length of Davis that makes it so hard to shoot over top of.
The three, and Davis nails the three.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. The Warriors have found something with Draymond Green and Trace Jackson Davis inside. Green says, with the rim protected by Trace, I can just play off instinct and read the game. Jackson Davis says, being able to interchange with him is great. The things he teaches me has helped my game a lot.
Timeout. Love to hear those stories. Thanks, David.
It's the length of Wiggins beating great defense, and that's some good basketball there.
So the Lakers call timeout, their first. And we see dunkers get technicals for hanging on the rim, slapping the backboard, or Richard even staring someone down. Should refs let that slide, or is that something they got to pay attention to?
I don't mind the hanging on the rim, the smacking the backboard. I love that aggression. The staring people down, that's something you got to be careful with because that can cause some problems, and we don't want any of those issues on the court.
They get it back. Pass to Pajemski. The three-pointer off the mark. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Davis. Good, nice job down low. Davis has got 9 points in the quarter.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
To the paint, here's Jackson Davis.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Los Angeles leading by 10. Davis down low. Jackson Davis defending. And that one's good by Davis. Davis has got 17 now.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Moody's shot is off. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And again, it's Anthony Davis. Davis has got 19 points.
Uh-oh. Everything is going AD's way. He is in that zone and scoring at a terrific pace.
As a junior college product, Dalton Connect didn't have a traditional path to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, spent 2 years at a JC, 2 more at a small Division I program. then used his extra eligibility to transfer to Tennessee. And there he became a first-team All-American and turned himself into a first-round pick.
Timeout called the Warriors. Arguably one of the best bigs of his generation, Anthony Davis. I know you admire his game.
Well, he takes over the game on both ends of the floor. You would look at a Tim Duncan, a Kevin Garnett, a guy that can beat you with 5 blocks, or a guy that can dominate the post and score 25 a night.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Hachimura, he's checked in for Davis. Christie comes in for Reddish. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Austin Reeves. Different look here for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. Anderson comes in for Green. Heald's checked in for Wiggins. And Curry subbed in for Brandon Pajemski. Now, here's Moody. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. And it's good, 2 points.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
Here's Looney. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. James all the way to the rack.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Passes it to Moody. Takes the 3. The rebound by James.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
At this point in time, you have to understand that if LeBron James is on the inside, he has so many ways to beat you. A little contact's not going to do anything.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Hachimura, no good. Warriors trail by 15. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Offensive rebound. Looney. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg, as they look to the deficit. Could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.